Well, hello and welcome to Module 1 of Story Selling Made Easy. I am Christy Ruffino and I'm excited to begin this journey with you. I don't know, you probably just think I have this black t-shirt, but this is like my uniform. It says Goal Crushing. It's all about empowerment. Every time I produce a book, it has the wording specifically for that team of women. And I just love equipping people, women, and a few men to leverage their story in business. So today I want to share about how you can own your story, because you've got to be able to own it. It's all about, believing in yourself, believing in your story. So that way, when you share it, others will believe in their story. And a quote I want to share about this principle is one by Maya Angelou. And it is, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. That is why story is so important, because we want to teach with story. The way of marketing that we tend to see out there in the world is problem, agitate, solution, where we talk about the problem, we create a more agitation, you make them uncomfortable, and then we swoop in and provide the solution for our customers. And that is like the typical marketing 101 strategy. But when we use story, what we do is we switch from that framework to the empathy, possibility, opportunity process. Because if we can show empathy and we can get our audience and our ideal clients to realize that we understand where they're at, and then show them the possibility of what is possible for them, and then provide the opportunity to help them, that I believe is the way we're going to attract and secure those clients that want to stay with us on a long-term basis. And that is why story is so important. So let's talk about you owning your story. We've all been through challenges in our life. And I know sometimes it's hard to really determine what is your signature story and what story to use and when to use it. But what I want you to think about is, what is your big impact story? What is your origin story? What is the story that you feel has positioned you to be the perfect person to help your ideal clients? Now, of course, you have to know who that ideal client is, who that dream client is. And I'm not going to go into that whole lesson right now, because either you know what it is, who it is, I should say, or you'll be seeing one of my trainings on that in one of the future modules. But when we meet somebody who has been on a similar journey, that is when that connection happens, right? Like we feel like we immediately know that person. And so we want to identify, first of all, the people who need to hear our story, right? And then we need to identify who they are. So write down the names of 3 to 5 people first whose story has made a big impact on you and your life. And then think about 3 to 5 people who could possibly benefit from hearing your story, whichever story you land on. You need to identify both of those groups of people, first of all, so you can recognize that if their story had value for you, your story is going to definitely have value for somebody else. And then when you identify those people that really need to hear your story, even if it's just one person that needs to hear it so bad, that is going to create a why for you to make sure that you get your story out and that you keep telling it, and you just let as many people out there as possible hear your story. So work through the exercise, write down your list of people, and I will see you on module 2.